collective, happy full moon. Welcome into the channel. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy with the full moon via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it. Things are tense. This full moon is definitely tense. It's mostly affected by Mars, which is currently in retrograde. Mars brings up a lot of tension, anger, frustration, and passion as well, right? Passion. And especially in those places that we're really trying to set certain goals, overcome certain obstacles, etc., wanting to see the results that we want to see. And this can be a little tricky because there is a lot of pushback in the collective right now as well. We're seeing this with the tense aspects of Jupiter to Saturn, as well as Black Moon Lilith to Chiron. That idea of change, growth, evolution is being limited and restricted because we have to deal with and face those things that are right in front of us that haven't been working, places where we haven't set boundaries or listened to our gut instincts, intuition, etc. The astrology is a little bit tense until we see some release towards February around these retrogrades. So just hang tight and be patient. That's why I do like to start off with these energy cleansings. However, it helps just set the tone, set the vibe for the reading. It also cleanses out some of those limitations that you might be coming into and helps bring in more clarity. It's a good time to set your own intention. So if you have specific messages you're looking to hear from spirit, questions you want answered around your situation, definitely give those over. Be open to receive. It's an awesome way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing services, readings being one of them. If you want me to look at what's going on for you specifically, if you resonate, vibe with my energy, definitely hit me up. I do energy healing and Ayurvedic consultations as well, helping us realign that mind, body, soul. So we are making decisions and choices, regardless of what's in front of us, that are actually in alignment with what we want, what we desire. So all that info is in the description box below. Definitely hit me up if you are interested. I love to help and support in any way possible. All right, collective, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so that we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love. Mama Love. Amen. Okay. Ooh, that smoke got into my eyes. It's making things a little bit cloudy, which kind of is the theme with the full moon. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, there's a lot of tense aspects with Mars. We do have some saving graces, however, like all the positive aspects to Uranus. Uranus brings in an energy of fresh perspective, finding new, creative, inventive ways to approach situations, especially when we're listening to our intuition. What is intuition? That still subtle knowing, when you just have that gut instinct about how you should take a situation, how you should move it forward. There is a need to be patient right now, as I was saying, and I feel like it's right place, right time right now. Because of all the reshuffling that's happening in the collective, all those places that we are finding a lot of restriction, obstacle, limitation, this masquerade card has been coming up a lot for us this week, i.e. uncovering those false masks 100% with the enchanter. So being really careful. That's also where Mars can have a heavy influence. Fire energy is incredibly charming. It's very alluring. It's easy to kind of get sucked in. And so if people really want something, or if they realize that taking a certain approach is not going to get what they want, and so they resort to control, manipulation, etc., that's how that Mars is affecting things. So it's important to really be self-sufficient right now. Like I was saying, it's important to listen to what your heart wants, what your heart is telling you, what those subtle instincts are revealing to you in those quiet moments. There's something that I feel like you're maybe not intentionally blocking, but you're hesitating around. Perhaps it does play into this divine timing, right place, right time. You want to make sure that you are doing things accordingly, appropriately, not jumping the gun, which is so important during full moons, because everything is so amplified, because it's easy to pop off, it's easy to get emotional, upset, especially within Cancer, especially with all the difficulties that are aspecting the full moon. It's requiring a lot of strength out of you. And I do feel like you're being patient. I feel like you're waiting and watching, but maybe to your detriment a little bit. Spirit is really talking about how opportunities are coming your way, and it's important to open your eyes. It's important to be conscious, mindful, vigilant about where those are coming into play. Perhaps you're conflicted with some of these things. Perhaps it doesn't really seem like something that is going to work out like you thought it was, but now you keep coming into a lot of backlash. And I do see that you want to find the truth, or uncover, reveal the truth, especially around the people situations where you feel like they aren't being 100% honest, where there are things that are hidden, or they're making things difficult to you, right? They're pointing the finger at you, putting all the responsibility on you. Honestly, whatever you're dealing with right now, there's a lot of stress for them. And I feel like because this person's situation, is not very grounded and balanced, I feel like they look at you that way, but they're not feeling the same. I feel like they're trying to constantly find this equilibrium, but they get poked, provoked, not necessarily. Well, it is by you. I don't know that this is intentional from you, though. Something completely shifted in this dynamic, and I feel like you're trying to sort out how to, do it right, or what is the best approach. There we go, the devil. But you're dealing with the devil, right? You're dealing with the devil. You're dealing with someone or something that uses deception and trickery to get what they want. And it's not just about I think, the goal is to get what they want 100%. But it's almost like that they need that deception and trickery to function. That's how they know, or that's how they know to show up. That's the way they know to function. And it's getting them into a tough spot. I feel like this is something that a road they've been down before. you're trying to keep the peace on some level, but there's something about it that you feel like either it's always a fight, it's always an argument, or there's always difficulty, always conflict. You're not feeling confident about the energy, about which way it's going. And something about this is all new to you. Like, I feel like you're either really trying a different approach, you're trying to find ways to maneuver around this so you don't get sucked in. And part of that is about reaching out to new opportunities. But the difficulty, like we've been talking about with Mars, with the full moon, is it's bringing in a lot of limitation. And so it's easy to get bogged down. It's easy to buy into the deception that it's not going to come in for you, or you're always going to be stuck in this thing. Because I almost see you like on this hamster wheel, trying over and over and over again. And you already have your answer. You already have your answer. The information keeps coming to you. It's readily apparent. But you're still waiting. Part of this maybe is to kind of protect yourself as well. This person has a really weird way of showing their care and affection, yeah. But it looks like things are changing. It looks like, well, I've said that, right? To your benefit. Even if you don't feel like that on the surface. I don't think this change is happening during this full moon per se. I feel like this is stuff that you're kind of preparing yourself for. It looks like you're laying the groundwork. It looks like even though you want this to look a certain way or have a certain outcome, you're also willing to sidestep and recognize where it's not going down that road, especially when you're getting bullied, essentially. And this person is definitely going to, they're definitely going to backtrack. Once they see that you have made some choices that they didn't see coming, they didn't expect, choices to protect yourself, to defend yourself, to make sure that you're not being caught up with something that's stirring the pot. I feel like they're finally going to deliver on some promises, or promises that maybe they've said to you in the past. Campaign promises. I love that, right? Saying what they need to say to get elected, so to speak. Get back into your good graces. But a lot has happened, and I feel like you do really want this new beginning. That's why you keep pushing towards it. You don't want it to be the same way because it's not working, and it doesn't feel like it's a fair shake for you. But again, it's this person's or situation, it's their backwards way of like saying they care. Not a lot of people skills or emotional management skills. It just feels like they can't control themselves. It's too tempting. The dynamic has already been set between you two, and so getting out of it at this point is a little sticky. And Cancer energy specifically deals with people, relationships that are close to us. We're seeing this a lot in the collective with Pluto moving into Aquarius, where changes are happening, big changes we maybe never thought we would see, or people are showing up in a completely different way, and you're like, what the, it's out of left field. And I feel like in some ways with this situation, maybe you knew they had like a bad streak or whatever, but I don't feel like you really understood how deep some of this stuff went. And I feel like you've had to find it out the hard way. And it's pushed you to say, no, now I'm taking control. I'm not going to let this quote unquote bully me. I'm not going to let it push me around. Making sure that you're questioning where your loyalty lies, what you're chaining yourself to, i.e. the need to put yourself first, right? Make sure that you're loyal to yourself first. That is something that's going amiss right now and needs a different perspective. You already have the strength, you already have enough built to keep this moving forward. Even though you're showing up as the Fool, you might be interacting, engaging with this differently, but it does say that you have that strength. It does say that you have that strength to move through. And I think it is because of the foundation, like I was saying, that you've already set. It's just about trusting yourself now, trusting yourself to take the next step, to know that you have. And it does look like you're headed in that direction. I feel like you have a lot going on right now. Full moons never make it easy, right? It always brings up, stirs the pot. Managing some of those feelings might take time and patience. I love this Leo energy for you though. It's saying don't be afraid to shine bright. Not to be a cheeseball, but literally, well, I heard this shine like a diamond. But it's true, right? Don't be afraid to put your best self forward. Don't be afraid to let that part of you that shows your strength, that shows your courage, that shows your empowerment to shine right now. Being confident in the decisions that you're making, in what you are choosing, in the way that you're communicating. Showing up in a strong way is going to get you way different results than being kind of meek or not taking the opportunities or letting something else kind of bully you into it. It's necessary. That's what I'm going to say. It's necessary that you stand up for yourself. It's necessary that you trust in your power, in your confidence, and use that as the thing to push you forward past this stage that you feel a little bit willy-nilly, you feel a little bit ungrounded. It's giving you strength to make some really hard decisions this week. And I feel like you're going to be successful also going through some of the muck to get there. It's not an easy path because you're still kind of dealing with a lot of this quote unquote lower vibrational energy that this person's situation has projected onto you or that you've kind of gotten yourself tangled into. And now it's time to kind of unravel those chains, right? Break those chains, the chains that bind you. All right, happy full moon. Sorry, it's been heavy. But I do hope that you found messages that resonated for you here. Hopefully a little guidance, direction. If you did, definitely drop comments below. I love to hear, I love to connect. I super appreciate all you bring to the channel. Know that it blesses my heart. Know that I'm sending those love and blessings back your way.